Growing up, my favorite time of year was July for two reasons. First, it's my birthday month, and it's always fun to celebrate your birthday. But two, and more importantly, I loved whenever NCAA football released a new version of their EA Sports video game. My favorite thing to do was to get the game and then immediately play like 10 seasons of Dynasty mode, where you take some little-known team like Delaware State and you make them into a perennial college football champion. Unfortunately, a few years ago, the game actually stopped being released, but the great news is, as of this video, they're on track to release the NCAA 25 football game, which I'll certainly be getting in July of this year. In this video, I'm actually going to reveal a few different ways you could actually monetize the game that we all know, love, and enjoy. So if you are looking to get into that game, or if you're already playing a college football game and you want to learn how to monetize that, make sure you watch this entire video because I'm going to lay out everything that you need step by step. Hi, my name is Alston Godbolt with alstongodbolt.com. I create content to help you make money online and not just to put money into my own pocket. And if you want to be added to the globe, comment down below with your city, state, zip code, province, or country, and I'll get you pinned. Now here's a fun fact for you. You may think that the gray hairs that I have on my face and head come from my 3 small kids, but they actually come from the recruiting process when trying to get 5-star recruits to come to Delaware State. Back, as I mentioned, many years ago, I would spend countless hours simply playing the game that I loved in my room by myself on the various platforms that I have. Now in 2024 and 2025, you have the opportunity to take the game that you love and play it online in front of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, and potentially monetize that opportunity. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to take a look at 3 different things. First, we're going to take a look at how to get traffic or how to get eyeballs onto your content. There's a few ways to do it, and we're going to look at it. Number 2, we're going to take a look at the type of content that you could start making today, and then content you should make going forward once the game is officially released. And then 3, the final step, is all of the different ways that you can actually monetize your love of this game. So let's go ahead and talk about traffic. Now, traffic is just one of those cute buzzwords that internet marketers like myself say when we basically mean where you're going to create content. Right now, there are millions and billions of eyeballs on all of these different platforms. And what I think you could do is you could essentially create content over on TikTok, Instagram, and here on YouTube talking about NCAA 25. In just a moment, I'll tell you exactly the type of content you can create, but you simply want to create content where people are already hanging out. Do a little bit of research and figure out where the most people are talking about NCAA 25 and NCAA college football. Now, quite honestly, you could do this over on Reddit because there are huge communities that are interested in the video game. Now you got to remember there are 4 billion people on the internet, but not all 4 billion people love to hang out in the same spot. What I recommend that you do is figure out a place that you feel most comfortable. If you don't like being on camera, then you might want to look at Reddit or Facebook groups. But if you don't mind being on camera, I think YouTube Shorts, and TikToks would be a great place to start. And so what you're going to do is you're first going to determine where you're going to create your content, and then you can move on to the second step, which is going to be the type of content you can create. Now, right now, we're a few months out from the game being officially released, but this is the perfect time to start creating content. The reason being is EA Sports and in college football, they're starting to drum up interest. I've seen a few different trailer videos. I've actually seen a college player talking about his stats and his settings on NCAA. And so I think right now would be an incredible opportunity to start building momentum and start building a fan base and a community. Now, the type of content you can create varies. In the very beginning, because there isn't a game, you can talk about rumors, things that you've heard, things that you saw, things that you read. You can also create content about the different type of things that you'd like to see in the game. For example, over on TikTok, there are trending videos where people are pretending to be coaches of a small team like Delaware State, and they have to go into the big house or Penn State as a 30-point underdog, and the crowd is rooting and chanting. That's the type of content you could honestly create. Also, I think you could create, as I mentioned, truth rumors. You could actually create content about things that you saw in the previous game that you like added, and also talk about the different game modes and game settings. These are all really good content types that will attract people that are interested in NCAA 25. Now, what I recommend that you do is make a list of 5 different areas of content that you'd like to create, and then simply rotate that content to figure out what works best, what is attracting your target audience. So again, what you could create are the viral trending videos that are happening right now on TikTok, where people again are pretending to be coaches of a small mid-American team, and they've got to go into a Big Ten stadium during a whiteout, for example, and get their 39 overall quarterback to complete a pass. That's one. Number two, you can create truth and rumors. Right now, because not a lot of people know exactly what's going on with the game, you can talk about things that you've heard and things that you've said and things that you've read. Because right now, there are all sorts of rumors out there, and you can create quick hitting videos anytime you hear a new rumor. For example, you could start a video like this. Guys, tell me what you think about this. There's a rumor out there that you're only going to be allowed to pick from 3 teams at the very start. You could also create another video where you heard a rumor that you're not going to be able to play with teams outside of the Power 5 conferences. Now, that type of content is going to drum up a lot of conversation, a lot of discussion, and ultimately have a chance to go viral. Again, like I said, you can talk about different game modes, which I certainly recommend. Talk about the favorite things in the game, whether it's recruiting, it's playing like the Road to the Show version, where you take a high school freshman and you convert him from a no-star to a 5-star. These are all different things, game modes that people are going to be interested in. Now, when the game is officially released, what I recommend that you do is pick a niche within the game. Now, when you think about the game itself, there are all sorts of player modes and settings. You can do franchise or dynasty. You can do, again, Road to the Show is what I'm going to call it. You can just do online competitive players. And then, of course, they're going to have something kind of like Madden Ultimate Team. Now, if you want to grow, you want to build a dedicated following, pick one of those game modes and create all of your content dedicated to those game modes. The reason being is simple. There are going to be people that have never played the game before and they want to get into it. For example, I used to play an online dynasty mode against some coworkers and friends, and they're going to want to learn how to do basic things. And if you create content teaching them how to do basic things like best plays for 4th and 1 or best plays for 3rd and 5, or simply just teach people how to play defense and why they should not be a defensive lineman, you can start building a dedicated following. Now, what will happen, and it always happens, is people will jump on YouTube and they'll type in something like how to do X in NCAA. Let me jump into the computer and I'll show you really quick an example. If we jump over to YouTube and I use MLB Road to the Show as an example, I could type in something like how to _ MLB 24. Now, what we're going to do is we can simply just go through each letter of the alphabet, and people are going to be asking questions like how to move up in MLB 23. And basically moving up is someone that's in the back of the batter's box and they maybe want to move forward. But simply what you can do if you're looking to go the keyword route, which I certainly recommend, is you can look at these keywords. This is called the alphabet soup method, and simply create content based on the keywords that pop up. For example, if I type in how to bunt in MLB 23, you can see that people are asking this question. And there are 4.6 thousand views with people providing hitting tips. This person only has 19,000 subscribers. Now look at this one. How to improve timing in MLB The Show 23. 281,000 views, 5,000 subscribers. So you might be thinking or might be saying at this point, Alston, you have to already have a following. If you are following the direction that I'm giving you, you see that you don't need to have a following to get started. There are going to be so many more people interested in NCAA 25 that now is the perfect time to start creating this content and start building a following so that when you create content like this, you're going to have a dedicated fan base. Now, again, there are all sorts of content that you can create. I talked about content to create today and then content to create when the game comes out. The best type of content is content that actually solves a problem, actually helps someone achieve something. A lot of people get into the gaming niche and they just want to do let's play, but I think you'll have a better time if you help someone go from point A to point B. Point A could be getting a no-star recruit to a 5-star recruit, or simply helping them understand the game mechanics a little bit easier. So we have talked about traffic, we've talked about the content to create. Now let's go ahead and talk about the different ways to monetize, because there's probably at least 5 or 6. Now the first way to monetize, and what I would assume is the easiest, is actually with affiliate marketing. And with affiliate marketing, you are simply recommending other people's products and services. Now if you are in the gaming niche, that's essentially what you're in, you can recommend all sorts of things. You could recommend anything from a microphone to a gaming chair, a gaming desk, a gaming computer. You could even, since we're talking about NCAA 25, you could potentially be an affiliate for a website like fanatics.com that has collegiate gear. And simply what you're going to do is you're just going to add a call to action to your content. For example, we're playing a game where I'm showing someone how to throw a spiral, for example. What we're going to do is I'm just going to show them that and say, hey guys, if you are interested in the best headset for online gaming, check out the first link in the description. Now, people that don't have a headset or people that have a low quality headset, they're simply going to check out that first link because you've added value, you've helped solve the problem, and they have a higher trust factor than just some random guy in the street. The key to affiliate marketing is simply recommending products and services that are actually going to be helpful. Now, we're in the gaming space, so think of all the different gaming things out there. Even a gaming TV, maybe a PlayStation 5, all of those potentially could work. Don't recommend things that they aren't going to need. For example, they probably don't need a stand mixer, so don't recommend that to them. But one of the simplest ways is with affiliate marketing. The second way that you can monetize your new gaming love is building a community. Now, a lot of people will build a community with a Discord. However, Discords I find are a little bit discombobulated and things are kind of all over the place. If you want to build a community that you can make money every single month, I recommend that you check out something called School. School is a brand new platform and community builder that you can simply use to upload videos, interact with your community, and make reoccurring revenue. The cool thing with School, and I'm just starting it out myself, is that it's very simple. There's not a lot of other stuff going on. Unlike a Facebook group, you're gonna have ads, you're gonna have other distractions. With the School community, it's really simple to get up and running. Now I'm gonna put an affiliate link in the description for you to try School for free for 14 days. If you get started using my affiliate link, I'm actually gonna send you a workbook with different tips, tricks, and suggestions to monetize your community in about 30 days. But using an online community is a great way to make money essentially with your gaming community. You can connect with them, you can answer questions, and they could essentially invite their friends. Now, the cool thing with Discords or even a School, you can charge anywhere between $9 and $99 per month. It all really depends on the size of the problem that you're solving. So after building a community, one thing that you can do is simply be a coach for a small group of people. Now, the cool thing with the content idea that I had a little bit earlier, showing people how to get from point A to point B, a small group of those people are going to want more information and more help, and they're going to be willing to pay for it. If you can help someone get from point A to point B, they'll want to work with you on a one-to-one format. Now, you don't have to be an expert in NCAA. You just have to be one or two steps ahead of somebody behind you and demonstrate that you have the knowledge, skills, and ability so that they can pay you for it. This could be a really good opportunity. You can simply put a link in your content telling people that you are willing to mentor or coach them one-on-one to help them win their dynasty league, for example. One-to-one coaching you might not think will make a lot of sense, but I guarantee you that you'll have people reaching out to you via DM, via instant message saying, I have more questions, I need more help. Do you offer one-to-one coaching? Now, before I continue, I should let you know that after one-to-one coaching, you can also sell merchandise. If you have your own unique logo, or if you want to just throw your face on a sweatshirt, you can do that as well. You can partner with websites like Spring or Teespring, and they have more of like a print-on-design type of format where you upload your logo or your photo onto a sweatshirt, and as your community becomes more interested in your merch, they'll go to that website and purchase. The cool thing with this print-on-demand is you don't have to print and ship products yourself. You don't have to worry about returns or even collecting payments. You basically will send people over to that third party, they'll buy, and then you'll get a portion. Now, this isn't the highest converting, and so I don't necessarily recommend it. I recommend the other things that I'm going to mention, but I also want to include it just in case you were considering starting a merch. Now, if you're going to do merch, have a logo, work with someone over on Fiverr to create a unique custom logo that you can put on your iPhone cases, sweatshirts, hoodies, whatever it might be. After merch, you can create and sell digital products. Now, digital products can be anything from an online course to one of those gaming guides. One of my favorite things to do back in the day was to go over to Kmart on Fridays while we were ordering pizza from Pizza Hut and looking at the different gaming guides for like Mortal Kombat. And then I simply would try and memorize all of the different button combinations. Now, you could essentially do the same thing for NCAA too. If you have a proven method of helping someone get from point A to point B, whether it's going from a no star to a 5-star, or how to quickly go from Delaware State to Penn State, you can actually package that up and sell that as a digital product. You can also sell different planners, workbooks, ebooks to help people solve a problem. But all of these different ways are tried and true that you can do to make money. Now that you know step by step how to make money with NCAA 25, watch this video next because there's still a little bit more that you need to know when it comes to affiliate marketing.